Guys, today I want to talk about some pretty disconcerting things that I've been hearing, some reports that I've been getting about Omega quality control on multiple models, but more specifically the new Speedmaster, some issues that consumers and also retailers have been noticing. So let's start off with the Speedmaster, and I will not disclose names, not disclose locations, because a lot of this was told to me in confidence, and I want to respect those individuals. But I have confirmed with multiple locations problems that are arising. So I know they're not just one-off events, but here's some pretty bad ones. One came from a sales staff member at an authorized dealer. They were showing the new Speedmaster to a customer, right? To someone who might purchase that watch. And that sales associate was cycling through the functions and explaining how to operate the chronograph. And I have one here, so let's talk about it. This is my own personal Speedmaster, and this is the new 3861, the same model that is having some problems. This sales associate was, starting the chronograph, stopping the chronograph, and going to reset. And as they went to reset, the pusher popped off, sprang across the floor. And that individual said it was the most embarrassing thing. He's trying to show off a $7,000 watch and it's breaking in front of the customer. And I mean, that's pretty bad. And it doesn't come down to negligence. That sales associate I know has been working in the industry for quite a while, definitely knows how to operate a chronograph responsibly. It was a defect with the watch. That's not an isolated incident. I know of another example where a customer purchased this Speedmaster and then noticed like an imperfection. It looked like something was on the crystal, and he put his finger over it and was like, oh no, it's not on the surface. And he angled it and he noticed there was a nasty gouge on the underside of the crystal. Obviously it had happened at some point before the watch was assembled, and it made it through Omega's quality control inspections, and it was really bad. It was really distracting. Another example from a different location, this one was also from a sales associate. They noticed, that one of the little registered hands wasn't fully painted. It was half painted. I mean, how does something like that get through quality control? Again, no brand is perfect. Every brand, regardless of price, is going to have an issue from time to time. But I'm hearing a lot of issues specifically about the Speedmaster. And I've had some of you reach out when you know that I purchased this new watch, and they said, Bruce, how's your example? How are the edges? How harsh are they? How sharp are they? Are you having problems with the module, with your movement? And I've got to say, guys, I've had zero issues with mine. Mine has been perfect. Everything, functions crisply, and it's satisfying to operate. The edges, I would say, are slightly more abrupt than my previous generation Speedmaster, but not by a ton. It's kind of the difference between this current Seamaster, which, I've got right here. This one has a little bit harsher edges than the previous flat dial variation. I would say the same type of thing happens with the edges, with the finish work. So I wear this quite a lot. I've taken this camping. I've taken this hiking. I've worn it to work. I've used this, and I've not gotten any hot spots. I've never had any discomfort, and the accuracy has been eerily accurate. I mean, it's just nearly spot on every day. So I have a perfect example. Everything resets perfectly. The chronograph, as it goes through, its timekeeping, everything looks racially proportionate. So I have no issues, but I'm hearing some pretty bad issues happening with the Speedmaster, with the reset not going back to zero. It's going off, it's skewed a little bit. And that's not something that you want to experience again when you're spending thousands of dollars on a watch. So I wonder, are some of these obviously factory defects in quality control, poor quality control issues, are these happening because Swatch had to stop production for a spell back when everything shut down, when COVID was really beginning? And I wonder if that workflow, because it was disrupted, when everyone went back to work, they were just pumping watches out, trying to meet demand, trying to release a new watch. I wonder if some of that led to some clunkers and some stinkers getting into the market. I think it sounds reasonable. I don't know. But I want to ask you guys, how has been your experience with your Omega watches, with your recent purchases, specifically with the Speedmaster? Are you satisfied? Do you have a good example? Have you had to utilize the 5-year warranty, and what issues have you been having? I think occasional videos like this, they're not meant to bash Omega, but they are meant to kind of bring to light some of the common things that are happening that could be helpful for those of us that own Speedmasters or are looking into purchasing Speedmasters. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your stories, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video to this because I have a few more examples that I could share, but they're not Speedmaster related. And so I'm going to kind of keep this video Speedmaster related, but we might do another one. Let me know your feedback. Thank you for watching today. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.